Good morning, children. This is the lecture for class 6, lecture number 3, and we are dealing with the chapter number 4, the human digestive system. In the previous two lectures, we had discussed about the organs of digestive system as well as the secretion of enzymes inside the body. So, children, in the previous lecture, we have discussed about the glands. Okay, as I have told you that inside the mouth we have three type of glands. All are salivary gland. Inside the mouth, the gland that is present, that is the salivary gland, and the name of these glands according to their location are parotid gland, sublingual gland, and submandibular gland. Okay, so as I have told you, inside the mouth mainly the digestion of starch, carbohydrate, it starts inside the mouth, but the digestion is not completed in the mouth. Okay, mouth contain one enzyme, that name of that enzyme is salivary amylase. You can see here, mouth, inside the mouth contain glands. Those glands are salivary glands. Salivary glands, they are of three types: parotid, submandibular, and sublingual glands. The mouth, it secretes the salivary glands. All the salivary glands, they secrete a secretion that is called saliva. Okay, saliva contain the enzyme, that name of that enzyme is salivary amylase. Now what is the function of salivary amylase? Salivary amylase convert starch into sugar. Okay, now what is starch? Just like we are eating potatoes, chapatis, rice, the digestion, it starts in the mouth, but the digestion of starch, we can say that it is starting, it is beginning inside the mouth, but it is incomplete in the mouth. Okay, so which enzyme is present in the mouth? That is salivary amylase, and it helps in the breaking of starch into sugar. Now second is the liver. Now inside the liver, as I have told you in the previous lecture also, liver is the largest gland. Liver is the largest gland. We are talking about gland. Okay, so we can ask you the question, name the largest gland in the body. So that will be the largest gland of the digestive system. So that will be a liver. Now this liver is the largest gland. It secretes a secretion that is called bile juice. What is the color of bile juice? It is greenish yellow in color. And when the liver secretes the bile juice, gallbladder, I have told you in the previous lecture what is gallbladder. So the secretion, that is bile, it gets stored inside the gallbladder. Now the liver, as it contains the bile juice, first is the color. What is the color of bile? That is greenish yellow. When it is produced in a large amount because it is producing by the largest gland. So the large amount will be stored inside the gallbladder. Now third thing about bile is it helps in the digestion of fats. Now fats, as we are getting fats inside our body from the oils, groundnut, cashew nut. If we eat such type of things, so we are getting, if you eat a lot of junk food, then also we are taking lots of fats. So fats, they are the big molecules. So those fats, they are converted into tiny droplets. So that process in which the fats, they are converting into tiny droplets, that process is called emulsification of fats. Emulsification of fats. So here the question arises, what is emulsification of fat? So emulsification of fat is the process in which the large molecules of fats, they are converted into tiny particles. That is called emulsification of fats. The third thing done by bile is it produces one acid that is called sodium bicarbonate. Very important. It produces one acid that is called sodium bicarbonate. Now what is the function of that sodium bicarbonate? As in our body, sometime, as I have told you in the previous lecture also, sometime it happens in us inside our body that we feel acidity. When we feel acidity, it means something wrong is inside our stomach. Whatever we have eaten, something wrong we have eaten, and it is the stomach is not able to digest that thing. So at that time, if we are facing a gastric problem, acidity if we are facing, at that time we take ENO sometime, and sometimes some tablets are also there that we take. We ask the doctor, and doctor provide us some tablets. So why? If the amount of sodium bicarbonate that is produced by the bile is less, at that time the amount of acid increases in the body. If the normal digestion is going on, so sodium bicarbonate is also producing inside the body, and it is neutralized by it neutralizes the acid. So at that time we don't feel any problem. But when the amount of acid increases in the body and the amount of sodium bicarbonate is less, at that time we feel gastric or acidity, this type of problems. So the sodium bicarbonate produced inside the body, it neutralizes the amount of acid that is producing inside the stomach. So that is the main function of sodium bicarbonate. Here the question arises, which acid neutralizes acids? Which chemical neutralizes acid? So answer will be sodium bicarbonate neutralizes acid. Okay. Now pancreas. Now pancreas, as I have told you, pancreas, they are also a very important part, and these part, they are mainly associated with the small intestine. Again I will show you the diagram. You can see here, this is the stomach, this is the liver, this is on the liver a small part, that is gallbladder is present. This yellowish part is the pancreas, and these are associated, means they are near to the small intestine. Okay, now they are connected with the small intestine. Now what is the function of this pancreas? Now pancreas, they are, first thing is that they are associated with small intestine. Now pancreas, they produce pancreatic juice. Okay, now this pancreatic juice contain three type of enzymes. The enzymes are trypsin, lipase and amylase. Trypsin, lipase and amylase. Now function of trypsin is, it converts protein into amino acid, means it helps in the digestion of proteins. Function of lipase is, it converts fats into fatty acid and glycerol. So it helps in the digestion of fats. The third is amylase. Amylase convert starch into glucose. So it is a starch digesting enzyme. So what we are studying now, pancreas, they are helping in the digestion of starch also, fats also, proteins also. And as I have told you that inside the mouth, the digestion of starch starts. Inside the mouth, the digestion of starch starts, but it is incomplete in the mouth. So here, with the production of pancreatic juices, the starch is now fully digested, and the starch is converting into glucose. Okay, the digestion of starch is complete now because of the pancreatic juices inside the small intestine. Now the next is the stomach. Stomach contains gastric juices. Gastric juices, they contain only one enzyme, and the name of enzyme is pepsin. Pepsin help in the digestion of proteins. Other than that, gastric juices also contain one liquid substance that is called mucus, and one acid present inside our body, that is HCl. HCl means hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is the acid that is always present inside our body. So what is the use of hydrochloric acid inside our body? It kills the bacteria which may enter in our stomach through food. Okay, so because this is an acid, so sometimes it happens the amount of HCl increases in our stomach. at the time we feel the problem inside our stomach. We sometimes it happens that because of lot of acid, we feel itching inside our stomach. Sometimes we have the tendency of vomiting. Sometimes the food is not able to digest by the body properly. So at that time we are not comfortable with our stomach. So it means at that time there is a large secretion of HCl inside our body. In small amount always it is present inside the body, but sometimes the amount of HCl increases inside our body. So automatically stomach produces, the lining of the stomach produces one acid that is called, it is simply a watery substance that is called mucus. Now what is the function of mucus? As I am telling you that HCl is producing in a large amount inside the body, so that HCl may destroy the wall of the stomach, but because inside the stomach mucus is also present, so because of that mucus, the wall of the stomach will not be damaged. So what is the function of mucus here? Mucus, it helps in the protection of lining of the stomach. Okay, what is the, we can ask you here also the question arises, what is the function of mucus? Mucus, it protects the lining of the stomach. What is the function of HCl? HCl, it helps to kill the bacteria enter inside along with the food. So these are the main functions. So and now the second question is, if the amount of HCl increases in our body, then the mucus, it also secreted in a large amount and it protects the lining of the stomach. But sometimes it happens that the mucus is also unable to protect the lining of the stomach. At that time there will be some itching, some rashes inside the wall of the stomach. At that time we feel problems like vomiting. So at that time we have to consult the doctor. And only one enzyme is produced inside the stomach, that is pepsin. Now come to the small intestine. Inside the inside the stomach, now almost all the juices are present over here. Okay, through pancreas, through liver, stomach. Now as we know, after that the food, it goes into small intestine. Now when the food is going into small intestine, whatever the digestion of the food is left, all the digestion of the food, it takes place inside the small intestine. Now whatever we have studied about trypsin, we have studied about lipase, we have studied about amylase. All these digestion is also occurring inside the small intestine. We have studied about liver. So all the bile juices, they are going now into the small intestine. So digestion of fats is also occurring. Other than that, salivary amylase, it also from the stomach, it is now passing into small intestine. So all these changes, starch changes into sugar, and the fats, they are changing into smaller droplets. Here the amino acids, proteins are changing into amino acid, fats are changing into fatty acids, starch is changing into glucose also. And here the digestion of protein is occurring because of pepsin. Other than that, when they break down into smaller pieces, so there are some more enzymes which convert peptones and peptides into amino acids. Only you have to learn those things. Okay, maltose, sugar is present inside our body, it converts into glucose. Sucrase enzyme is present inside our body, it converts glucose into fructose. Sucrose into glucose plus fructose, and sucrose, sometimes it also convert into lactose sugar and glucose plus lactose. Now why these, you can see I am using here word sugar, sucrose, protein, glucose, fructose, lactose, sugar. Now the food item that we eat, the sugar we take from many product. Okay, simply if we say that we are eating sugar, then only the sugar is going inside the body, that is true. But other than that, many products we eat chocolates, we eat toffees, we eat some sweets. Okay, we are taking milk also, we take Horlicks, we take tea, we take coffee, many products we take. So every product, their constituents are different. Okay, so because they are made up of different type of things. So for the breaking of those things, different type of enzymes are present inside our digestive system. So they get inside the small intestine. So till that I am going to explain you today. Other topic I will not take. First you all have to learn all these enzymes. Those enzymes they have given you on the page number 62 also. Okay, 62 they have given where the secretion occur, which enzyme is present, in which enzyme is present, in which part which enzyme is present, everything they have given in the book. So you can use the book also, and if you want you can pause the video and you can see these notes also which I have given you in the copy. So these will be helpful for you for studying. Now, other than that, you have some questions in the book. First, these are the extra questions which are present in between the chapter. So, I would like to discuss this question. The question is, think and answer. The question of page number 60. Think and answer. The partially digested food coming from the stomach enter into long narrow tube P. So, what is P? From the stomach, food enters into long, that is long and narrow, so that is small intestine. So answer of P will be small intestine. Here the liver secretes a liquid called Q, which converts fat into tiny droplets. So secretes a liquid Q, what is the name of the liquid secreted by the liver? That is bile. So answer of Q will be bile, B-I-L-E, bile. Now, pancreatic juices break down fats completely into R and S. So, pancreatic juices break down the fats into fatty acids plus glycerol, already given in the book also. So, the answer of R will be fatty acid and the answer of S will be glycerol. Now after that the intestinal juice break down the starch carbohydrate complete into T. So what will be T? That is glucose. Whereas proteins are broken down into U. What is U? That is amino acid. Okay. So P, Q, R, S, T they have asked. So I have given you here. You can write from here. Now the B part of this question is, name the sac in which liquid Q is stored temporarily. So that sac is gall bladder, where the juice is stored for a short period of time. So children, this is the question simply given in the book. So no need to write this question in the copy. You can just write the answer in the book only. Okay. Other than that, the written things on the copy that I have showed you, that you have to that you can, for your learning, you can write in your copy. So it will be helpful for you when you are preparing for your exam. Thank you, children.